100% obsessed with this container. It is stuffed full of flowers. I love them, and it is screaming spring like never before. Okay, let's go over the components in this container. We have a ranunculus. How beautiful. And actually, let me tilt this forward just slightly. Okay, so I was planting on a lean. So we have a beautiful ranunculus, and then I came on the side and I used a daffodil tete or daffodil tete-a-tete, however you want to pronounce it. I have an English daisy in here. Then I also came in on the side and I used sorbet pink halo viola. I absolutely love these because even though it's saying sorbet pink, it's really giving more of that lavender feel. So it brings in a lot of the spring colors. And to give us a little bit of contrast, I did use a New Look Dusty Miller. It has that silver color, or you can say the blue undertone to the foliage or foliage, depending on where you're from. And I just love it. It's beautiful, and it's like that all around the container. I want to run and get some terracotta for our next project. Cabinet here, I'm storing my terracotta pots, and then I have books. I have terracotta pot feet, plant stands to elevate your look when you're doing your designing. I also have more terracotta. Now typically this is where I house all of my smaller containers. So for example, like we have these smaller pots right here, smaller terracottas. Then we have the 4-inch pots. So anything that's going to be smaller than that, I have some small ones right here, even down to the terracotta that I use to grow on seedlings. So let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so let's move these out of the way here. We'll snag these. And these small containers right here, I will grow along propagation cuttings. I also use these for seedlings as well. And these right here, same thing. I'll use these for seedling cuttings. So we are going to be grabbing these right here. And we're going to grab these as well. And yes, the cabinet definitely could use some cleaning because it is dusty. In the meantime and in between time, we'll place this back in here. Here are the containers that we're going to use for the tulips that we need to pot up. So I'm loving this look because we have this beautiful pastel green. And then we also have a matching pair, so we'll pull these two out. Down on this shelf, we need to pull out a few more containers. Just set these right here for right now. And then look at these beauties. Let me move these saucers out the way. Now look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is some gorgeous terracotta. Now, completely forgot that these were cracked, but we're in luck because I have the pieces, the terracotta shrouds. So we can easily put this back together. I want to make a quick run to go antiquing. I have been looking for a antique bistro set. I want one of the older ones because I wanted to give like the antique vibe, and I wanted to feel like it's been part of my garden for quite some time. So we'll stop at the antique shop, and I'm so excited because you never know what you're going to find. If I can come across some containers, if I come across some, perfect, we're going to snag those up as well. Although I'm never lucky enough to find any containers. In addition to that, I also want to make a stop at Home Depot. That way we can see if they've placed out any spring flowers. Let's get going. See what we have. I see some tables, but I don't see any bistro sets. So I already have something similar to this right here, so we definitely don't need that. But I'm looking for a traditional bistro set. Now this is unique. I like this. It's very different. I like this. And it's sturdy. I mean, I absolutely love this right here. This is a nice bench. But as far as tables, I'm not seeing any type of bistro sets at all. Nothing bistro. Let's run to Home Depot now. Since I'm not seeing anything, we'll go ahead and go into Home Depot. We have some hollowbores, have some creeping phlox, $5.48, not bad on the price. We have all of these beautiful trees. All of the trees are out over here. Fruit trees. What kind of fruit trees? Apples. Crab apple trees. More fruit trees. A peach tex prince. How much is it? Let's see. Maybe it's free because I don't see a price on it, honey. I feel like if it ain't no price on it, it's free. $39.98. Cherry trees. More fruit trees. More fruit. A dappled willow in a tree form. Look at those arcs. Now, how gorgeous is that? A lot of this stuff is not even put out yet. A dwarf ginkgo. Now let's go check out the containers and see if it's anything exciting, anything that speaks to us and gets us ready to go. All right. I'm not really seeing anything. In order to push my show a little bit longer, I'm going to just tidy up this window box really quick, and that way I'll get the most out of my bulbs, because some of my tulips are budded up, they're just getting ready to break. Some are in full bloom, and then others have already bloomed and now they're fizzling out. So this is the way that I'm going to extend my window box, and it's going to buy me about a week. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because from right here you may not be able to see how horrible this window box looks, and maybe you can. I'm just giving myself the benefit of the doubt. Where I'm standing, that looks like a hot mess express. So let's go in. The tulips, some of them are faded out. Now these did get snowed on, and they're still holding strong. I'm gonna try to make these last a little bit longer. This should hold us for right now. I'll more than likely get about another week out of here. And of course, this bulb is not even supposed to be in here. If you all could have seen what this window box looked like just 3 days ago, it was absolutely stunning. Now that I got this out of the way, I do want to go ahead and just tidy up a bit around the patio. And it seems like around this time, until I remove all of the leaves, it's like a constant, because all of the leaves blow from the back of the garden straight up to the house, and then we'll move on to the next project. looks so much better. I got the leaves up, tidied up a little bit. It makes such a difference when you don't have like leaves just laying around on the patio. The only thing I need to do in this area is water in this window box really, really quick to make the bulbs last a lot longer. Grab these saucers, and then we are going to pot up some seedlings. And I feel like I'm behind because I should have already had these potted up. Now we are going to start with the smallest size here, so small, and it does have a drain hole in the bottom, and we're going to just put this inside here. Now I'll go to the next size up. I love to put my seedlings in terracotta pots. These seedlings will stay inside of these terracotta pots until I bump them up to the next size terracotta. I'm also giving you all a sneak peek into what this display is going to be. So these are stock seedlings. I have full trays that I need to get bumped up into the next size container. Now I'm not going to bump all of them into these terracotta pots, but this is something that I just love to do. Sometimes you have to do something a little bit special and just treat yourself, if you know what I mean. You know, something to look at. It gives you a daily reminder if you have this sitting on your desk that, hey, have you watered your seedlings in for today? Pulled these containers earlier, so we got this project done. Now I do have to fix this terracotta pot right here. So I'm going to hold off on this project. And the reason why, the glue that I have here expands. And when you're working and dealing with fountains in your terracotta pots, you want to make sure the glue that you use does not expand. Otherwise, you'll have to go in and do more work on the back end. But for my terracotta, when my terracotta pots break, I like to do a special treatment on them. Let this be for right now, but we do have some beautiful tulip bulbs that we're going to get planted up. I dressed the bottom of the container with some beautiful sheet moss, and I have it coming in like a texture pattern, so it just doesn't look flat. It looks very much like the tulips erupted the soil in the ground and just came up through it. Let me turn it around for us here. So the container is very nice. The soft, beautiful pale green, mint green color definitely complements the beautiful tulips at the top. And these are terracotta. All right, let me get them in place.